here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
We go! 18 Gator. You remember me? You remember me? Look at me. Go. Under 10. Go.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
64.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. And you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. From the shotgun on third, Daniel. And that will be incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep, Antonio Brown. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
26-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Watch a slap. Watch a slap. Watch a slap. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check. Like that.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jamie Collins. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's going to go down again. Kyle Van Noy. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Now we're going to get a timeout here. Called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep for the Patriots, Gunnar Olszewski. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jamie Collins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
17-yard loss. 2nd down.
Hey, by 7. 58, come on. Watch the slant, watch the slant. I got it.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Come on, come get some. Here,
From the gun, Mayfield. Looking deep downfield. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they will take over at the 26-yard Line.
Intercepted. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hurry.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He'll let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then, boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call into question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. Flushed out right. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Pats at the line ready to go. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They start to drive with White. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Down. 8 read. Christian travel. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Leo. Be dribble.
On 2nd down, it's White. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. With it is Brown. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. They go with Chubb on second down. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillandale as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10.
Topper!
On first down, it's Daniel. That's caught by his tight end, Matt LaCosse. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. First down, here's White. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. He's going out. He's coming, double up.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Right there.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. New England on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Daniel. And that is incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
on a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, Chubb. Dante Hightower on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half, maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, alert!
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this 1st half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Mayfield to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by Marr is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, these offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the 1st half. 3-0 our score as the 2nd half gets underway. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the 1st half, and they've had the ability to...
He's got a man, complete, 30, 20, and all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 79 yards, and the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
25 yards there on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they'll try Michel here running on the right side. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
15. You must go.
From just shy of midfield, Daniel. Complete to Dorsett. Only 2 there on the dump off. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on 3rd down, Daniel. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check 50. Check 50.
80 weapons.
Slam.
Go, defense.
On 1st down, White wiggles free, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Mark 49.
At the Browns.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniel. Dorsett making the catch. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
You got it.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And Mayfield just getting the play off. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. Past the 20. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. It's a big play there for the Browns. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Alert, 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 alert.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Trying to get it to Landry there. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Daniel. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
After the sack on first down, Daniel. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
3rd and long. It's Daniel. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Regular.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton, there to swallow him up. Mayfield off the play fake. He's going deep for Brown. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Let's go, let's bring it.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, Daniel. It's caught. This is White. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. With James White, you know that he can catch the football. He was third in the NFL amongst running backs last year with 87 catches. And as we've seen, sometimes they come in bunches. Super Bowl 51, he had 14 grabs, including the winning score. Last year in the divisional round versus the Chargers, 15 receptions for White. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Stidham. Caught by Sanu. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players than football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The Browns drive about to get started. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Bravo.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, but now it's 3rd down.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Stidham. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys are nails out there.
So for Cleveland, they're into the win column for the 3rd time this year as they get the victory here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for Charles Davis and our